There was once a wealthy duke who ruled over many lands, and among his workers was a peasant. This peasant was a very poor man, and he approached the duke for a loan. Please lend me some money so that I can invest in some crop and grow something on your land. And the duke, because he was a kind man, lent the money with certain conditions. It came to the time to repay, and the peasant approached the duke and said, I just don't have the money to repay. I'm so sorry. And the duke said to him, listen, overall, you're such a good worker. You're such a good man. You've never caused me any trouble. I'll just let it slide. A few months later, the peasant again approaches the duke and says, please, can you lend me some money? And the duke said, of course, I'll lend you some money. And the peasant said, I feel a bit bad asking you because I know that last time I didn't repay. And the duke said, last time? I don't remember last time. You're a great guy. Here, have some money. I'll lend it to you. Here's the conditions. And it came the time to pay. And again, the peasant didn't have any money. And he approaches the duke and says to the duke, I'm so sorry, I don't have any money to pay you back. And the duke said, well, listen, you're a really, really great person. You've never caused me any trouble. This is your first misdemeanor. I'll let you off. Now, I mean, it sounds like the duke has a memory problem. But this parable is used by the Zohar to explain a verse in Yeshaya, in Isaiah the prophet, which describes Hashem as not remembering our past misdeeds. We do things and Hashem forgets them. Now, of course, Hashem doesn't forget everything. He remembers everything. He's outside of time, so everything's going on in one go in front of him. The whole concept of time doesn't really apply to him. But it describes an attribute of mercy that Hashem has, that he ignores previous misdemeanors and just deals with one thing at a time. That's what we say in Rosh Hashanah. We say that Hashem is Ma'avir Rishon. One of the explanations of that is that Hashem looks at us and sees all the goodness there, and then takes one bad deed that we did, or one wasting time, and says, oh, this one thing compared to all of these wonderful things that this person's done, this is nothing, let's throw it away. And then he picks up another thing and says, oh, this thing compared to all of these wonderful, that's nothing, I'll throw it away. Of course, all of this is a parable. It is within words that we can understand to explain Hashem's way of dealing with us. And this is what we say in this verse, in the middle of this very, very painful Psalm 79. We're talking about destruction. We're talking about massacres. In the middle of it, we turn to Hashem and we say, Hashem, use this attribute of mercy on us so that you don't remember our misdeeds and you just deal with us one thing at a time. Al tizkor lanu avonos rishonim, mahei kadmunu achamecha ki daloni ma'od. Do not remember our previous sins. Quickly advance your merciful attribute towards us. Ki dalonu ma'od, because we have become very poor, we're very impoverished, we're very, very low. We're stuck in a place that without your mercy, we're not going to get out of it. So that's what we turn. In fact, this is a very, very famous line. It's part of the daily Tachanun. And Tachanun is something we rush through. If you go to most shuls, they're overjoyed when they don't have to say Tachanun. If there's a bridegroom in the shul and they don't have to say Tachanun. If there's a Brit that day that's going to be in the shul, everybody's overjoyed. But the truth is, the words of Tachanun, especially if we're thinking about now, they are very, very appropriate, pleading to Hashem, show all of your mercy. Show all of your mercy on us, because people around us hate us. The world hates us. Yes, thank God we have some who are standing up for us, but overall the world hates us. We have people who would like to kill us. If they were given the opportunity, they would. Hashem, don't look at our mass of bad deeds as a whole. Just treat us with mercy and see one thing at a time.